Hey, yo, what's up bros? Welcome back to another video on Pokemon Sleep. Today we are talking about the new event, well, our first time having a Pokemon Sleep event. It's called the Good Sleep Day, and focusing on what it is and my tips for you to prepare for the Good Sleep Day. But first of all, let's have a look at what the developers have to say about the Good Sleep Day. So this is an event that will occur every month, apparently. It's our first time experiencing it, so we don't exactly know what it's going to entail, but we have an idea based on the developer notes. At the 4 a.m. mark, which is actually when the game rolls over to the new day, if you didn't already know, every time whatever you do in this game, the new day is considered 4 a.m. your local time. So on next Wednesday, that's when the event will start. So here we go. It's an event that will run for 3 days, and during that time we'll get some bonus rewards. And of course, the more you sleep during the event, the more rewarded you will be. Now, the rewards will be maximum in the middle of the 3 days, so the 31st in your local time, the 31st of August, and then the 2 days before and after, the rewards will be slightly reduced, but still a bonus, a multiplier on what you normally get. And the developers have neatly summarized the rewards for us. Drowsy power, that is the power that you need in order to catch good Pokemons. The higher that power, the more and the better the Pokemon sleep types will be. And you'll get bonus in sleep experience as well. So your Pokemon, when you wake up, will earn 3 times the amount of EXP in the middle of the 3 days. On the other 2 days, you get 2 times the EXP. And if you manage to actively sleep for the 3 days in total, you'll get a total of 2,000 bonus sleep points, which is a lot, given how limited they are, how limited the sleep points have been throughout the game so far. So having this event every month is really good for our sleep point bank. And there are some very important side notes here. One of them is you can only get this bonus once per day. And that means that out of the event, you'll be able to get 3 bonuses to your stats, to your drowsy power, and to your sleep EXP. Even if you sleep a second session in this game, so every day you're allowed to sleep twice at max. So even if you sleep a second session in the same day, you will not get these bonuses. So try to get as many hours as you can that first session that you sleep, or the only session that you sleep during that day. Now, if you happen to have slept before the event started and then clicked I'll review later, that doesn't work. If you have slept during the event, then even if you press review later, it will work. A interesting point is that it says that only the sleep data tracked within the event period will apply those bonuses. So does that mean that if I sleep at 10 p.m. the night before and wake up at 8 a.m. the next day, will only a part of my sleep data get that bonus multiplier? That's what it sounds like. I cannot confirm. I'm not aware of anybody who knows for sure until we've done this first event. So regardless, make sure you sleep as much as possible during those event hours. I know it sounds kind of silly, but if you can, start your sleep session at 4 a.m., then sleep the 8.5 hours on that first day. It sounds weird, but that's probably the only way you can get maximal effects without oversleeping from this event. And then do your normal sleep in the second day, and then get your 8.5 hours to finish on 4 a.m. on the third day. It sounds kind of weird, but it sounds like that's the way to maximally get rewards for this event. Not that I'm saying I'm recommending everyone to sleep at these weird hours. I'm just saying that would probably be how you maximize your rewards, your XP from this event. And as promised, here are the tips for good sleep day in Pokemon Sleep. These tips are based on only the limited information were given by the developers for our first event. Here are the 5 main points. The first one being the most important, use your good camp ticket this coming week. Use it at the start of the week either Monday morning or Sunday night, end of this week. If you use your good cam ticket, you'll be able to boost Snorlax's strength, therefore opening more tiers. So more of these things, so that you cook more, your Pokemons farm more, you can have a bigger pot. Use this ticket, the good cam ticket, this thing here, use it to unlock bigger tiers. The greater your tiers, the more variety of sleep styles you're gonna get for that day. The problem is, the drowsy power doesn't boost the tier. It only boosts the drowsy power, the total strength score, sleep score you get at the end. So, if you guys remember this note here, that's drowsy power. That's not strength. So understand that strength creates more variety of Pokemon to show up. Drowsy power makes them show up. I hope that makes sense. Just because you have good strength doesn't mean they will show up. That's what drowsy power is for. But this event doesn't give you strength, it gives you drowsy power. So stacking that with good cam ticket makes good sense. And I'm going to go to point 5 here. This is not in any chronological order. Point 5 here is save your biscuits this week. If you're limited on biscuits, and I don't mean the bonus biscuits. The bonus biscuits have to be spent every time you sleep and wake up. You need to use those bonus biscuits. The game won't let you save those. But we'll talk about the Poke biscuits, the Great biscuits, maybe even the Master biscuit if you have it. So save those biscuits for next week if you've got nothing crazy important to catch this week. Of course, if you need a roster to help you with the next island, then catch that one Pokemon. But otherwise, save your biscuits. Because of the bonus XP, when you do sleep, choose Pokemon that you actually want to invest some EXP in. This is not most important. This is not a very important point because the EXP you get from sleeping, it's not a huge deal, but it will help you get to higher levels quicker if you choose Pokemon that you actually want to level up to sleep with. And I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, this game makes me say weird things. Of course, you shouldn't be changing your team too often. And you should actually be recovering energy at the same time as getting those bonus XP. So this is not the most important point. You might just want to ignore this point if it doesn't matter to you too much. It is more important to just farm the right berries for that week. This next point is situational. I said that you should choose an island that you can make the highest score in, but truthfully, that will always be one of the first islands. It won't be Taupe Hollow, for example, because Taupe Hollow, the tiers, the strength required to reach each tier is much higher. It's harder to reach master tier, for example. So it really depends. If you just want to expand your roster in Taupe Hollow, then just go to Taupe Hollow. This is not an important point. It's just a general recommendation. If you don't know what you're doing, go for one that you can reach higher rank, higher score in. So just to further that point, be aware that Greengrass Isle is the only island where the berry changes every week. Every other island, like Cyan Beach or Taupe Hollow, they will have set berries every week. So choosing Greengrass Isle for your good sleep day week is a bit riskier because you might not have the berry farmers, the berry specialists for that island. Whereas if you know ahead of time for Cyan Beach and Taupe Hollow and other subsequent areas, then you can prepare ahead of time and choose the better of the islands to do your good sleep day on. I explained this in depth in my other video. I'll leave a link in the description below. Go follow my other tutorial. Oh, and one more note, Greengrass Isle has the biggest variety of Pokemon, almost 2 times the amount of variety than Cyan Beach, almost 2 times the variety of Taupe Hollow. With Taupe Hollow, it also takes longer to reach next tiers, so therefore with a lower strength Snorlax, you won't see much variety at all. This will be the lowest variety of all 3 areas that you might have access to at this stage of the game. And I just made a correction here, but I've already mentioned it in the video. Sleep more in the second session. I wrote the first session earlier. I meant the second session. The second day, if you have to choose out of the 3 days, you would choose the second day to sleep your 8.5 hours or more, because that's where the biggest multiplier is. Try not to sleep less than that amount so that you can get your 100% sleep score on that day. And the 6th point the hidden point here is one I already mentioned in the video, is if you really want to maximize your score, your EXP, your bonus drowsy power during this event, you would actually start sleeping at 4 AM at the start of the event, get your 8.5 hours. Then the next day, the second day, you do your 8.5 hours as well. You can add manual data in between. That shouldn't affect anything because you don't get bonuses for that anyway. Then the third day, you should sleep 8.5 hours, but before the 4 AM finishes of the next day, so that all of your 8.5 hours that you've slept all get that bonus drowsy power. Once again, this is just how you can maximize the points. It's not how you should actually change your lifestyle just to make this app work. Hopefully that sheds some light onto the topic, and hopefully this video will age well, and actually these recommendations will last until the next 2 to 3 good sleep day events as well. So if it changes, I'll make another video. We'll talk about it again. Thank you for watching, guys. If this video helped you, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to join my Discord, I'll leave a link in the description below. And have a good night.